Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Hi, my name's Abby. What's your name?
I'm Colin. It's nice to meet you. What do you do?
I'm a freelance English teacher. How about you?
I'm in between jobs at the moment.
What kind of job are you looking for?
I'd like to find a job with flexible hours in the IT field.
Have you ever thought about becoming a freelance IT consultant?
No. Is it difficult to find such a job?
Not if you are good at networking. Do you like to meet new people?
Yes. I'm pretty outgoing and friendly.
Do you have experience in the IT field?
I have some. I worked in the IT department at a language school for 4 years in Spain.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes, but not fluently.
That's okay. Have you sent your CV out to anyone yet?
I've sent my CV to dozens of companies, but nobody has got back to me.
Did you write a clear objective in your resume?
No, because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I think you need to update your CV. Bring it over to my office tomorrow and I'll help you with it.
Thanks, I will. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Do you mind if we call on you this evening?
Of course not. We'd be happy if you could come. What time will you be able to come?
How about 7 o'clock?
Fine. We'll be expecting you. Did you enjoy that new movie?
That movie's just a lot of noise, same as Simon.
Oh, what happened, Carol?
I had to go by myself, he couldn't make it.
What? I met him just before I took off from Kitty's. He said he was coming.
Kitty's? He sure gets around, doesn't he?
Looks like it. So how did he handle it too?
His excuse was familiar. He said his car died again.
I think that's a bunch of nonsense. It seemed okay to me.
I know. Last week he gave me a lie about being too busy.
Doesn't sound promising.
Well, I think it's the time to pull the plug.
If you want, I'll let him know if I run into him.
Thanks anyway, but I'll do it, Rebecca. Let's get the class.
You know, Mary, I feel we meet somewhere before. Where were you born?
I was born in Beijing, but I spent most of my childhood in London.
What was your childhood like?
I had a pretty strict upbringing, and my parents taught at an university, so they have extremely high expectations for me.
Where did you go to university?
My parents wanted me to stay in Beijing, but I decided to go back to England. I graduated from University of Newcastle upon Tyne with a degree in cross-culture communication.
What is your current occupation?
I am a journalist. I write for China Daily.
Let's do something really nice for our family this Christmas.
What did you have in mind?
I don't know yet.
I just know I want to get out of the mindless gift trap.
I know what you mean.
I want to give a gift that is really meaningful.
Or do something that shows we have spent time thinking about them.
Or what only we are able to give them.
Good evening, Mr. Brown.
Good evening, David. Good evening, Mary. It's so good of you both to come.
It's nice of you to invite us. When you are in a restaurant and you want the waiter to bring the bill, what do you do to attract his attention?
I just make eye contact with him and nod my head. Then I tell him when he comes over to the table. Why do you ask?
I went out with my girlfriend to a nice restaurant last night and I noticed that many people shouted for the bill.
That seems a little impolite in such a restaurant.
That's what I thought. I just thought I'd ask you and see what you thought of it. Anyway, what did you do yesterday evening?
Well, it was a warm evening, so I stretched my legs. I walked along the canal for a couple of miles. Actually, several other people had the same idea. I saw Bill.
Did you? How is he these days?
He seemed okay. We didn't stop and chat because we were on opposite banks of the canal. We just waved at each other.
I need to move some furniture. Could you help me to lift it?
Of course. What do you want to move first?
Let's move the sofa. Can you get a grip on the bottom at that end? I'll lift this end. I want to move it sideways in that direction.
Lisa, I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing?
Fine. I miss you so much, Uncle Benjamin.
Me too. We haven't seen each other for years.
It's been 3 years now.
How time flies. Now you are a college student out of a little girl.
How is Auntie Shirley?
Couldn't be better.
How has May been?
She's been good. She is in grade 1 in Joy Chain High School. And she dreams to be a volunteer in 2008.
Isn't this lovely weather? Will you help me water the flowers, Jack?
Well, do you think I have to?
I do. We haven't watered them for quite a few days.
Please look at the sky. Don't you see the dark clouds? It's going to rain soon.
Good. So we don't have to work. How nice.
But I don't think it's so nice.
Why?
The weather report says it's going to rain for a whole week.
Oh, I'm afraid all the flowers will die in the rain.
John seems to be in high cotton. He may well become a big shot.
I bet my button dollar that he won't. He is no more than a 9 days wonder.
What is your idea?
Many people like him get a flying start but soon disappear.
When can we expect you and your daughter for dinner? Next Saturday?
Next Saturday? I'm sorry. I've promised to go to a Chinese opera with my daughter.
How about Sunday then?
Yes, Sunday sounds fine. What time?
Does 6:30 suit you?
It suits us fine. We'll see you then.
Thanks, goodbye.
You mustn't touch the wet paint, Bill.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Try to be more careful in future. Look, you've damaged the sign.
Is this the sign? What does it says?
It says no smoking here. Mary and Tom are breaking up.
It's unbelievable. They are only married for 1 month. Then who is at fault?
Mary said she couldn't put up with Tom, for he fell in love with another woman.
Do you think they'll become reconciled?
No, I don't think so. She said she would rather be single than cope with an unhappy marriage.
What a shame. Their marriage is really a mistake. Do you think we should travel by bus or by train?
It's a difficult choice. The train is a little faster, but much more expensive.
We could face delays if we travel by bus, thanks to traffic jams.
Buses are more cramped and you can't walk around.
That's true, but I feel that I see more when I travel by bus.
Really? I think you see more traveling by train.
So which form of transport do you prefer to use?
I prefer going by train, even though it costs more.
Okay, then we'll go by train. I'm sure we'll have a good journey. Shall we go to the station and buy the tickets?
The trains aren't usually full. We can get them on the day we travel. We should buy return tickets, because they are much cheaper than getting two singles.
We should take a packed lunch on the journey. The food they sell on the trains is always expensive.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.